Comes up towards its stall. It goes in. Gates have been locked behind it. They're set. Lights are on. Racing. Kimbo's Girl danced out of the gates very quickly. Rising Sea jump well. And Spillanova's going to accelerate through, showing dazzling speed. At the end of 200, Spillanova rushing through. Goes to the front narrowly from Kimbo's Girl. Lord Ludlow posied up, running third on the inside of Rising Sea, who's got into an ideal trail. 1.5 away behind them. Fingermark, Crystal Valley next, and then Purist. Mr. Undercover found himself 3 deep without any cover. Down on the rails, Bachelor's Prospect. Mulger's back there, then a gap upwards. Others followed by on the rails. Next of all, Royal Command, who'd settled the best part of 8 to 9 lengths from that leader. Spillanova 2 lengths this away as Brown takes hold of Spillanova. They go by the 650 and he's controlling the tempo. 1.5 lengths on the mare, Kimbo's Girl. Lord Ludlow's on the inside of Rising Sea. A length Fingermark, who's had a great trip behind them, just coming around their heels as well, but it allowed a run for Crystal Valley. And then Mr. Undercover under heavy duress back in the field as Brown goes for home, and Spillanova had raced away into the home straight. Spillanova, he's dashed clear by 4. Kimbo's Girl. Rising Sea sets after that leader. Lord Ludlow followed by Fingermark, Crystal Valley. Royal Command still well back, nearing the 150 though, and he's got the whip on the leader. It's Spillanova still clear from Rising Sea. Kimbo's Girl, they won't get to Spillanova, and Spillanova's going to run them into the ground. Spillanova from Rising Sea. Kimbo's Girl on the fast, finishing deep out upwards. Others, Photo for third. Fingermark, Crystal Valley in the middle. Rising Sea followed then by, at the head of the others, Lord Ludlow. This away, then came back behind them Royal Command, who never got warm. Bachelor's Prospect, Mr. Undercover, tramped deep and dropped right out, and last to greet the judge, Purist. Spillanova, he jumped favourite at the end of it all, backed into favouritism. Spillanova, Royal Command well back, never ever a chance, and Brown knew that he was on a horse that was heading in the right direction. Second run in produced a beauty first up. When he drew a wide gate, they had to ride him back in unfamiliar tactics back there in the field today. This is where he likes it, in front, and he beat home Rising Sea and Kimbo's Girl back on the fence with upwards others flashing late. Spillanova, much too good by Denman from Brown Alley for Jimmy Taylor. Raced by Tina Lois Taylor, Johnny Mars, also Jenny, Nathan, and Mrs. T. Mars, also R and Mrs. N.L. Devonshire, D, Mrs. C. Richards, G, and Mrs. E. Anderson, and Jason Brown. He really was positive out of the gates. He booted Spillanova out to lead Kimbo's Girl. He took off on the corner, had them absolutely gasping. Rising Sea second, Sean McGruddy. Kimbo's Girl gets the nod for third in that photo from upwards others after the running of race number 6. The Peter Stakes, the next of the day, clear of changes. Let's go to Britt Taylor there, and I think Britt might be just a little bit happier than usual, catching up with a winning jockey as she accompanies Jason Brown back aboard Spillanova, trained by her dad, Jim.
That's the understatement of the century, Darren. I was screaming out the back and could see him coming. Jace, well done. Today was his day, wasn't it?
It was. Getting back to 1400, it was, really, eye-catching run first. It was just a shame we drew where we did, because we knew going into that run how good he was going, but just did the right thing by the horse, and it paid dividends today.
There were a few out quicker than you today, but he was able to muster and get across really quickly. Yeah,
you just got to keep at him early and just sort of get him rolling, and he's just a big roller, and he can set a good tempo and then kick on the corner, and he hasn't broken coming to the corner.
The kick that he gave you on the bend, did you know it was all over?
Yeah, I was pretty confident. Even down the back, I was pretty happy we were rolling.
Well done.
Thanks, Brittany.
Yeah, Jimmy Taylor now joins us. Brittany's excited. You excited?
Yeah, probably Brittany's excited because she got 6 to 1 about Spillanova. So, but no, very good win.
And once he went to the front, the favourite was a long way back. He was nearly out of sight, Royal Command. You must have been pretty confident.
Yeah, when you saw, well, he was giving us probably 15 lengths, and, it's sort of hard to make that ground at Ascot. So, pretty happy then.
He's a good progressive type, Jimmy, especially when he can run those sectionals out in front. He can be pretty dangerous on this track.
Yeah, well, he's very suitable for Ascot. He can sort of sprint off just before the corner, and, he's going to be a fair horse.
Yeah, when do we see him next?
Oh, if there's a race in 2 weeks, we'll go there.
Right, well done, Jimmy. That's a great great day for you. It's Winterbottom Day.
Yeah, well, we've had a bit of luck here, so we haven't got a good horse at the moment, so this might be the next one, hopefully.
Yeah, well done, Jimmy.
Thanks, Gareth.
There we go. There's Jimmy Taylor, and his son, Lockie Taylor, just pointed out to me everybody in WA seemed to be on this galloper, and they came late for him. He started favourite, would you believe, about $2.60. Royal Command was out the gate as we head back to you, Richard. Jason Brown in those colours along with Jimmy Taylor. Hainsey, they've had so much success, especially on that day in 2 weeks' time, the Winterbottom. They've won a couple, and he's a wonderful front-running rider, Jason Brown, and he dictated terms to his liking, and away went Spillanova. And one of the good things, according to many judges, salutes and wins like good things should, according to the punters anyway.